way that I spend money reflects who I am as a person. I love people. I love sharing time with them. And so that's what I spend money on most freely. Whereas if it's something for myself, I'm like very focused and very planned and very frugal. So happy.
Thanks for making mine.
Oh, sorry. Bad wife. I am having my family over tonight, and I feel really good about that. It's because I don't get to see them that often. So getting to spend a night with them in my home, it's a treat.
That's sweet. I took PD out and everything.
Thank you. I assumed I was going to be the last one of my friends to get married, and here I am, married at 27, in the country with like a wonderful husband and an adorable dog. Basically everything in my closet is budget in some way. I think leather goods is something that I'm willing to pay more for. They also cost more. T-shirts and stuff that I'm going to wear out, I'm not willing to pay more for. But I always feel like I should pay less than retail. And I strive to. Unless it's boots. I'll just wait until I find the right one. I have the patience to be cheap, but I hate timed sales. I don't like shopping under the gun. It's stressful. I thought this was tomato. It's reading very orange. I kind of miss living with girls sometimes. Because you could be like, hey, does this look okay with this? And you can't really do that with the husband because he doesn't care. I realize that aging plus my level of vanity makes for a very expensive future. I want to look good. If I have to get Botox later in life, that's expensive. I have no idea how I'm going to get that one past Jason. That doctor's bill will not be a fun conversation. But that's in like 30 years, right? I'm not going to age at all between now and like 50. I wish that I could stop spending money on tampons. I think they should be like government subsidized. My money goes toward a lot of unsexy things. I would love to say it's all going to like designer jeans and purses, but that's not where my money goes. Where's my purse? It goes to keeping the fridge stocked because husbands eat a lot, filling up my car with gas, the occasional song on iTunes, to a book on my Kindle. Very non-glamorous things. The last time I walked into a bank was either to get a loan for my car or to get a credit card. I needed some money. I'm not really sure what the scenario was. And I walked in and I looked for like the most friendly looking person. I think I looked to see if anyone had a daughter my age, like in a picture on their desk. So I was like, they'll be friendly to me. They'll help me out. Very scientific, my methods. I just use plastic wherever I go. But I know that I'm going to the farmer's market and they do not take credit cards. So I need to stock up on some cash. But otherwise, I really never visit the ATM. It's nice to support local farmers. Eat something local.
Chips.
Okay.
Put olive oil and stuff on them, and then one for the kick has spice in there.
Okay, let's do this guy.
All right, it's 5, please.
I entertain once a week. It's fun for me, but it definitely is a cost. I don't particularly care because that's what I get value out of.
Thank you very much.
I value the fact that I have people I love and I care about in my home and I've filled their belly and that they're happy and maybe had too much wine, and that makes me happy. My CFO, my husband, has never given me a hard time about it, so I guess he feels like if he's full at the end of the day and had a good meal, it's okay. I wish I could stop spending money on my car. It's always needing gas. It's always needing an oil change. You have to wash it. It's like a child, which is pathetic. Like, a car is not a child, but I feel like it always needs something. Cash drives me crazy. Credit cards are just simple, done, out of there. I don't really care how much I spend. Like, I so rarely get to cook for my family, and I enjoy it anyway, so for me it's like, cost be damned. I'm starting out with some cheese and some nuts. Is that everything that needs to be in there?
I think so.
Love you, Jason, but that has got to be the slowest way of doing that I've ever seen.
It may not look like it, but it wasn't professional cooking.
For the main course, I'm going to do burgers and shredded chicken and with some Indian and Moroccan and Mediterranean spices. It's a global tour for dinner.
Let me put that down in the crisper.
Hi guys!
Hi.
Ruby!
Hey.
Hi! Good to see you.
Hey, how are you?
Good
to see you.
Long time no see, baby.
Sir? Papa.
This is my family girl.
Yeah, they live here
Whoa.
too, I guess.
My parents got divorced when I was 3. The way I've always described it is my parents are very happily married, just not to each other. I wasn't really included in financial conversations. We lived very comfortably. We were able to do things, and that was it. But I do know that I grew up in a very well-to-do town.
So good.
Nice.
None of that is cheese, Drew.
Cheese, Drew.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
There's no cheese involved, Drew. We have lamb burgers and we have grilled chicken. That's to add like a little bit of crunch, and you take one of these and you just fill it up with whatever you want. We have tzatziki and we also have tomatoes.
And that's for the lamb.
Delicious.
It's for anything you want. It's kind of like when you're saving as a kid, your parents are like, you're saving for college. You're saving for your first car. I think I had $300 in it at the most. And that's not getting any kind of car. That might get you a bike. Maybe. Can I raise the glass to having the fam here? And I will get you one in a second. Here,
To family.
Yeah. Buddy? Thank you for having us.
I'm so happy that you guys are here.
We're really thrilled to be here.
We're working towards our financial goals, such as going on vacation, buying a house together, stuff like that.
Another house.
Another house. Wait, what do you mean?
Just be at this condo.
Oh, okay. In addition to this condo, we're gonna have another house. A chateau.
Chateau French for shack?
It is.
Okay, good.
The biggest trip we've taken together was our honeymoon. We used this website called Honey Fund. People could gift us different portions of our honeymoon and help basically like mitigate the cost of it. That was total luxury. That for us like really helped take the financial pressure off like going on the honeymoon, because we knew we kind of had it in the bank before we left. You know, we're not having kids for a while. We want to be able to do trips, just the two of us, and like have amazing experiences together. We have a debt on our home, $200,000 to $300,000 worth of debt. but because it's a mortgage, it doesn't seem quite as bad. Of our total net income as a couple, I make 35% and he makes 65%. So like he pays 65% of all the household bills and I pay 35%. We're very open about our finances with each other, so it doesn't cause tension, but it definitely has caused conflict because we do have very different styles.
You also need to reimburse the vacation fund.
Okay. He's looking at the vacation fund and he's saying like, you can't buy as much stuff if we're saving for the vacation. But that's why it's automatically taken out of my paycheck each month. I can't get my fashionista claws into it. I do have a budget. I'm kind of lax about updating it. Love you.
Sounds like I'm going to have 2 houses.
I love you, honey.
By the way, I'm thinking of upping the amount we pay into our mortgage.
Please don't do that to me.
Why?
I'm broke as hell as it is.
You wouldn't be broke if you used your budget more.
He has a spreadsheet that has our household expenses of electric, of cable, of mortgage.
So with the latest numbers, our net worth has gone up 8% since April.
That's wonderful, darling.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Jason's 7 years older than me. I kind of have a number in mind, what number I'd like to make at a certain age based on what Jason made at certain ages. Because he's always made so much more than me. But if I get to that number when I'm his age, or better yet, before his age, then I'll feel like, yes, I'm a contributing member of this household. Oh my God, I would love to make more money than Jason. Would love to make more money than Jason. Well, because then we would be like ballers.
Why do you have so many accounts? Are those for my accounts too?
I have my checking, I have our joint checking, I have our joint savings with a whopping balance of $1.09.
Why do you have Emma credit card?
Because that's my credit card.
Your which credit card?
My personal credit card. That I put all my secret purchases on.
Apparently. So
I bring lightness to finances.
you have a budget.
Jason is very by the book and like there are no gray areas. There's just savings and our net income and like our net worth and blah, blah, blah. I guess I kind of want it all. I want to be able to have an amazing wardrobe that has fun stuff for me to wear every day. But I also want to be able to take amazing vacations and have amazing experiences with the guy that I've chosen to spend the rest of my life with. I was photographed on the street for Elle.com, and like most people would be like, oh, no big deal. I'm like, that was the best moment of my life.
Why was it the best moment of your life?
Because I was recognized by someone who cares about fashion. Plus, I was in front of like my 2 bosses or something, so I was like, oh, no big deal. This happens all the time. It was like half like really expensive stuff that I maneuvered my way into getting on sale, and then half like really cheap stuff.
I mean, for me, it's all about the experience, but like money always stresses me out, especially living in a city. Like I live in Chicago, so.
My generation chooses to splurge on a big trip versus stuff. I still like the stuff in the closet. I don't think I can speak for my entire generation about like what our American dream is. You need to reevaluate. For my household, it's health, happiness, and owning your own home. My ideal future involves a benevolent uncle who mysteriously dies and leaves me his fortune. But if that doesn't work out, I think Jason and I will both work hard, and someday we would want to have a yard and a place for Petey, the dog, to play, and, maybe kids someday. So that's still very much a part of the American dream, even if the white picket fence is gone.